Hey guys, Chris here from Monument Sound. It's been a long time. A lot of things have changed. I've sold 95% of my hardware over the last year. I went to almost 100% in the box. I'm still using the SSL Sigma, and I went to a full 714 Atmos setup. So I'm here to talk about it. Finally, it's been a long time. I apologize, life took over. So let's get into it. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, so as you can see, a lot has changed. We moved about 3 years ago down the road to a new house, better for family. And we have a giant garage outside that I was gonna build a room into. And during COVID, things just got way too expensive. So I decided to do it in this room. It's not perfect, but it sounds great. We had Dolby out this past March from New York to tune the room and get their accreditation for their website for mixing in Atmos. So we have a 714 bed. The 7 bed is all Focal twins. We've got the ST6s, the new Solos, basically on the ceiling. I've got a sub 6 and a sub 6 that are running stereo, and then behind me back here is a sub 12 for the LFE, a dedicated LFE channel. I streamlined everything. I have a Grace M908, which I absolutely love, doing the Atmos and stereo and 7.1. I've got a 7.1 setup and a 5.1 setup, and then my record player. I can play my Kemper through it if I want to. So this thing I upgraded from the 905. It's absolutely fantastic. I started using a Stream Deck with SoundFlow, which we're going to go over in a video on my new template setup for the Sigma. I have a setup now where I can run both a hybrid setup using the Sigma with their A and B bus, running into a Burl and into a Benchmark. I'll explain that later on. And then I also have the same exact template going into the same setup, but 100% in the box. Generally, I still use the SSL Sigma, but I really love the workflow that I'm at currently with the whole setup. So still on the Yukon Artists Avid series because of the VCA spill that I still use. The SSL does not do that because it's Huey, and so it can't do the VCA spill yet. I think with the new SoundFlow coming out, it might allow me to do VCA spill. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I'm waiting to see. I do have a tablet here that runs the Pro Tools app, honestly just for VCA spill. And then I have an effects processor rack that I decided to keep because I have an old Eventide, a DP4, a Lexicon, a TC Electronics, and some other stuff that it's fun. So I kept it. Some stuff I've kind of always wanted, so I decided to keep it. I don't actually have it hooked up right now because I'm not really using it. I'm just staring at it. And then I've got the Solid State Logic UC1 and the UF1 for easy control. Pretty much everything on my sessions these days are using the SSL software, which I absolutely love. I still have, like everybody in the world, way too many plugins, but the setup is fantastic. The room sounds great. Again, Dolby came out in March. It took about a year to really, I started selling everything last year, and it went a lot faster than I expected. It all basically went. I kept a couple pieces. I've got an old API 24 or 3124, and again the SSL, and then a couple microphones. There's a couple things I'm not getting rid of. I've got a 1971 U87 and a couple old vintage mics that I'm going to keep. I've still got some amps and everything else, but for mixing and mastering, this is perfect for me. The room is dead quiet. It's probably too dead, but I love it. It translates great. I've been doing a lot of Atmos mixing. The template set up for printing stems as well too, which is pretty cool. And I'm getting a lot of stuff from out of state, out of town, that people want Atmos mixes. So let's check it out. Let's get to it.